Commander Cabana and Astronaut Chari, thank you very much. My name's Jim Reed. You might recognize a call sign, N4BFR. I'm part of amateur radio on the International Space Station team, and I want to thank you very much for your support of Colonel Cabana, SAREX, and Astronaut Chari, the ARIS program when you were up. Can you talk a little bit about how your experience with amateur radio and NASA going together, as well as, I don't know if you're aware, but the 40th anniversary of ham radio contact from human space flight is coming up at the end of the year, and any thoughts on that as well?
Well, I'll go first. KC5HBV. I think what it did on the shuttle, it allows us to reach a group of students, of folks on the ground. It just generates interest in science and engineering, and you know, when you go along with what is required to build a radio, to operate a radio, and communicate with somebody in space, that's really cool. And to be able to reach down to students from space and be able to share with them over shortwave radio, I thought it was really a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's you mentioned it's kind of a capstone project for students, and it's a cool thing to actually do with the project. So you're not just building a radio or going through the mechanics of it. You actually get to use it at the end, and then to talk to the space station is pretty awesome. I got to talk to some Japanese students, and it was definitely a highlight. We used it in one of our sims as well, because if you lose space to ground loops and the Russian comm system, you can actually use the ham radio. So that's it's a tertiary, a quadruciary backup, if you will, and you have to then convince the person on the ground that you're not hoaxing them. Like, no kidding, this is the ISS. Go call someone. Call Houston. Yeah, so it's got a practical side too, other than the educational part.
Thanks for asking, Jim.
Yeah,